If you're in your 20s or even in your 30s and you feel stuck, this might be for you. A lot of men today in their 20s feel really stuck. We're told that this is supposed to be the decade where everything starts coming together, where you build your career, where you figure out who you are, when you gain confidence and you start creating a real life for yourself. But for a lot of guys, it doesn't feel like that at all. Instead, it feels like you're falling behind. You wake up without any clear direction. The days start all blending together. You're going to scroll through social media and see people your age traveling, making money, in relationships, or seemingly further ahead, and it's going to quietly eat at you. Some days you feel unmotivated. Other days you feel flat out depressed. You might still go to work or school, still go through the motions, but underneath it's like there's this constant sense that you're not really moving forward. Like you're just existing instead of building something. And the worst part is how isolating it feels. A lot of men don't talk about it. They assume everyone else has it figured out, so they keep it to themselves, which only makes the weight heavier. If that's where you are right now, feeling stuck, lost, or quietly depressed in your 20s, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not permanently stuck. This stage of life is harder for a lot of men than people admit. The old clear path doesn't exist the same way anymore. Purpose isn't handed to you. Direction isn't automatic. And without structure or momentum, it's going to be very easy to drift away. So in this video today, we're going to break down why so many young men end up feeling this way, and then get into the practical things you can start doing to pull yourself out of it. So why is it today that men in their 20s feel so stuck, depressed, or just all around down? Because this feeling is a lot more common than people want to admit. Well, for starters, it feels like the traditional path that men used to take has just become a lot less clear. It used to be that we should go to a good school, we'll get a good stable job, we'll get married, we'll buy a house, and we'll start a family at such a young age. That's how it used to be back in the past. And now when it comes to different things like modern dating, the job market, which is an absolute nightmare in and of itself, economic struggles that they're facing, it's really hard for men to find a clear and direct path for what they want to be able to do with their lives. On top of that, we've got social media, which is showing us constant highlight reels of other people's lives, which is fueling comparison. Every time we log into Instagram or Facebook, we always see someone that we knew in high school that just seems to be doing so much better than us. And we constantly see people that look like they have money that stacks to the roof, people that are dating early, getting married early, and buying houses very early. And then we look at ourselves and maybe we only have a couple of dollars in the bank account. We are living paycheck to paycheck so that we can make rent in our small apartment every single month. It puts us in a constant state of comparison with others, which doesn't help with that feeling of being stuck. With that too, a lot of men today lack some sort of strong male role model or some sort of person that can help them find their direction. Men today are growing up more fatherless than ever. When you lack a father figure in your life, naturally your psychology goes in a completely different direction because you don't necessarily figure out how to act as a man or become a man unless you learn it yourself. You don't have someone to guide you and show you the ropes. And to top all of that off, men today are lacking a lot of purpose and responsibility. A lot of the times this can lead men to feel a lot more grounded and have delays in their life or feel like something is just overall missing. If you don't know what you want to do or you feel like you're stuck doing something that you hate, it puts us in a state where we feel like we lack purpose. And when we lack purpose, we don't necessarily have a direction that we want to go in our life, and that can fuel depression even more. And if you're feeling any of these ways, feeling stuck does not mean that you're broken. It usually means that you're just lacking structure, momentum, and a clear sense of progress. So here's 10 things that we can implement into our daily lives so that we can stop feeling stuck, move forward with a clear sense of direction and purpose, and get a little bit of structure back into our lives. Number 1, y'all should have seen this coming. Get your body moving. Physical training is one of the fastest ways to improve your mental state, man. Lift weights, train consistently. Do something to get stronger. A better body improves confidence, energy, sleep, and mood more reliably than almost anything else. There are so many different options out there nowadays for what you can do to get your body moving. You can go to the gym and you can lift weights. You can do cardio. You can run anywhere that you want. You can do a combat sport. You can get into martial arts. This is probably one of my favorites. When you're focused on improving your body, trying to become stronger, or just mentally focusing on any of these activities, for an hour or two, you're just zoned into what you're doing. You're not thinking about anything else. You're thinking about your form. You're making sure that you're working out and doing those things with intent. And when you're finished, you're going to have a wave of euphoria that flows over you because you're going to feel so good about yourself after you've finished. It's simple. Do something every single day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week, to get your body moving. This should be a non-negotiable. Number 2, build a simple daily structure. When you're feeling stuck and you're depressed, those feelings are going to thrive more in chaos. You need to create a basic routine for yourself. Consistently wake up at the same time every single day. If you're going to do training and getting your body moving, make sure you're doing that at the same time every single day. Make sure you have focused work blocks when you're into deep work with whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's your job or a side business or something on the side. Make sure you have time set aside to focus on that. And at the end of the day, when you've completed all your tasks and you have nothing else to do, make sure you do take the time to wind down at night. If you set times for all of this, you're going to have good structure, and structure is going to help create momentum. And this isn't going to be the same for every single person. Everyone has a different work schedule. But if I had to give a clear example, let's use this. Let's say you have to start work at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know that you should be waking up at least 7 a.m. every single day. Take that time in the morning to make your breakfast, get cleaned up, get well groomed for the day, feel good, look good, smell good. Go to work, take time blocks throughout your day to focus on those deep tasks. When you end your day around 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever it may be, make sure you know you're coming home and getting ready to do something else, whether it's going to the gym, starting that side project. You know that you're going to come home, you're going to have a quick snack, you're going to drink some water or something like that, and you're going to spend the next hour or two doing that thing that you need to do. So you're booked from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. When 8 o'clock hits, you know that you're done with those tasks that you need to do, so maybe you go from 8 to 8:30, 8 to 8:45 to do a little bit of cleaning around the place. Make sure you take care of your space, which I'll get into later. But once you've hit that 8:30 mark, then at that point you have 8:30 to 10:30, 11 o'clock to wind down and do whatever the hell it is that you want. Play some video games, watch that show, hang out with your lady, whatever it may be. Start building structure and you will see the momentum follow. Number 3. Take some time away from social media. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. We should all be limiting our social media presence and mindless scrolling through things like TikTok and Instagram Reels, whatever it may be. Funny things are funny on these apps, but a lot of the other things that you're doing is just seeing other people that are in a better position than you, and all you're going to be doing is comparing yourself. Comparison is going to be one of the biggest mental drains for men in their 20s. Protect your attention, limit your social media, and if you absolutely need to, start blocking things that you see that are putting you in a position where you need to feel like you compare yourself. Keep it between your friends and maybe just things that you think are going to make you laugh. Number 4, upgrade your skill sets and your competence. Find anything that you want to get better at and pick something useful, whether it be a trade, a career skill, trying something new all around. Find something that's difficult to do and put in focused effort to get better at it. When you upgrade your skill set, you're going to have more knowledge about things, and that's going to upgrade your competence. Competence is going to be able to create confidence. If you know more, you're going to be able to accomplish more and do more. The more knowledge you gain and the more competence you get, you're going to be able to open up a lot more opportunities and other doors that may not have been there in the past. Because when you gain new skills, that makes you more attractive on the job market or gives you the ability to pursue something if you wanted to make money doing so. Start trying to learn a new skill, move forward from there, and you will build up your competence. Number 5, start taking small, consistent actions every single day. You don't need to have your entire life mapped out in front of you. You don't need the perfect 10-year plan. You just need to start moving. Do the little things. Like if there's the job that you saw that you really want to apply for, you may be underqualified for, just go and apply for it. Go to the gym. Make sure you're working out and improving yourself. It takes 45 minutes every day that you're there to try and do something better. Lift more weight, hit hypertrophy, focus on progressive overload. Go and take care of your space, clean up the place. When you start taking into account small wins, all of those are going to compound into bigger ones. When you get used to small wins, you're going to be able to aim higher, and when you aim higher, you'll have bigger wins in the future. So start small, then work your way up. And I can give you a quick real-life example of taking small steps to start doing something. For this channel in particular, I had the thought of starting it for the better part of maybe a year. I never really did anything until about a month and a half ago. But in order to gain the confidence to be able to speak on the microphone and talk about some of these really vulnerable things, I had to start really small. I would start writing scripts. I would pull up Audacity, and I would start recording random sounds. Like, here's one real quick. Scribbling dibbling doo. Bro, I would sing to myself, and then after that, I would actually start working my way into taking little bits at a time to start recording. After a couple of days, couple of weeks, those small little recordings turned into better progress of making full videos. Number 6, rebuild male friendships. Don't lose contact with your boys. Isolation makes all of this a lot heavier on you when it comes to your depression or feeling like you're stuck in life. If you're alone through it, you need to make sure that you have a solid group of guys that are around you. Or just go ahead and put yourself in environments where you can meet them. It might feel like it's a lot easier than ever to be lonely today, and it really is, but it's also a lot easier than ever to go out and meet new people. I talked about limiting social media, but one of the major perks that it has is that you can go on Facebook and you can find a group on Facebook that is interested in a similar activity that you are. Find a golf group and find someone that's willing to book a tee time with you. Find a group that's interested in hiking with you. Rec sports leagues are all over the freaking place. You might be able to meet some dudes at the gym too. But just know when you're meeting these people, a lot of them are going to have similar interests to you and they might be interested in the same type of growth as you. So environment for this type of thing does matter. But make sure you keep a good group of people around you so that way you don't feel alone when you're going through these feelings. Number 7, focus on purpose over motivation. And the reason I'm going to say this is because motivation comes and goes. One day you're going to feel more motivated than the next. You're going to really want to start that thing. You're going to want to go out and do that thing. And the next day you're going to feel like you're not going to want to do it at all. This is where having a strong sense of discipline internally is going to come in really handy. Because if you're not disciplined enough to go and fulfill your purpose and try to do something, motivation is never going to do it for you. Purpose and responsibility are going to be able to create lasting drive. When you start taking ownership of your life instead of waiting to feel ready, you're going to start to realize that motivation was never the factor that you were worried about. It was just about starting and doing the thing. So find something that makes you happy. Stop waiting until you feel motivated about it to start it and just go out and do it. Follow the 5-minute rule. Take 5 minutes to start doing something, and before you know it, you may have been working on it for over an hour. And look at all that progress you just made. Number 8, get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you really want to grow, it's going to require a lot of discomfort. So start doing things that are going to make you very unhappy and very uncomfortable. Get used to the feeling of not feeling normal. This might be cliche, but take cold showers. I don't do this all the time, but every once in a while when I feel like I'm falling out of a rhythm, I feel like I need to take a cold shower just to put myself back on track and feel uncomfortable. When you're training, train hard. Focus on building friendships and relationships and make sure you're ready to have difficult conversations with them. And you need to start delaying gratification. You can't expect to come home every single day after work and just be ready to play video games for 8 hours straight. No, you need to focus on putting in some effort into something else first that is going to make you uncomfortable, and then at that point, after you've been uncomfortable, then you can enjoy the little things. Number 9, clean up your space. Take care of your environment. The apartment that you live in, or the room that you rent, or the house that you have, your physical space is going to directly affect your mental state more than you realize. When you make your bed, you clean your room, you organize your workspace, and you get rid of clutter, you're going to be able to think more clearly. A clean environment reduces mental friction, and it makes it a lot easier to think clearly and take action. Hell, when I have mail or Olipop cans and water bottles on my desk here, I can't focus on getting anything done until I've cleared up the space so that way I can stay focused and mentally ready. Take a little bit of accountability on how you take care of your place. Just clean it up, dude. And last but not least, at number 10, you're going to want to practice gratitude every single day. Take a few minutes every single day to write down or mentally note things that you're grateful for. And if I had any recommendation, you should write it down. Because when you write things down, you're more likely to remember it compared to if you just thought about it. But even when it comes to the things that you're grateful for, even take into consideration the small ones. Be thankful that you have a roof over your head. Be thankful that you were able to eat today. And then focus on the larger things. Thank God I have the ability to go to a job that's willing to pay me a competitive salary, give me these benefits that I need with health insurance, retirement, whatever it may be. You'd be surprised how much better of a position that you're in compared to others. When you start focusing on this simple habit, it's going to shift your focus away from what's missing in your life, and it's going to help reduce the weight of feeling stuck. Over time, it rewires your mindset toward progress and possibility instead of lacking. And this would be the other non-negotiable that I have for you. Start practicing gratitude. Make sure you can write down the things that you're actually happy about in your life and start focusing on that compared to thinking about the things that you don't have in your life. You don't have to feel amazing to start improving. In fact, most men start making progress while they still feel stuck. And like I said, motivation is not going to be the thing that drives you. It's going to be from action, and that's what should be coming first. Feeling better usually follows. So stop waiting for clarity. Clarity comes from movement. And if you're a man in their 20s that's feeling lost or depressed, just remember you are not alone and you're not stuck permanently. Remember to be grateful for who you are and who you want to become. Stop focusing on all the negativity and start embracing the positive things that you know are in your life. And most importantly, make sure you're taking the steps to actually do the hard work. Listening to this is one thing. Implementing these things is another. We have one singular life on this planet. Why wouldn't we do anything that we can to make sure it's the best that we can possibly make it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever been in a rut like this before? What have you done to get out of it? Share the experience with other people so that they can learn from all of us. But anyways, boys, thank you if you made it this far, if you liked, if you subscribed, if you just watched it. Just know I 100% love you and I'm super thankful for you. And I can't wait to chat with you boys in the next one. Peace.